Thank you.
Good morning. It's Monday. I had a lovely week, to be honest, or I had a lovely weekend. The weekend was great, and now it's Monday and I'm tired. But today I have meetings with my Babe Media team. We are going over, it's our like bi-weekly meeting. We touch base on what we've been able to accomplish, who we've been pitching, who we've been securing, new talent, things like that. And then I have a touch base with my production and forecasting manager. So her and I meet every Monday to talk about Mary Young production, things that are going on there, planning for the future, which there's always stuff going on. I need to actually write down what I need to do, because I think that's gonna make life easier is when I have my like at least top 3 or 4 to-dos for the day, and then everything else is sort of extra, just so that I can focus on prioritizing what I'm doing. I think I'm gonna have a smoothie. I think that's a good start for the day. I'll have an oat smoothie with, I have my Bloom cacao turmeric. So I do oat with Bloom powder in it. This stuff is so good. Also the turmeric, because it's anti-inflammatory and I am always inflamed for some reason. I added this lovely protein powder. It's I guess it's not full protein, it's collagen, but it does add protein, and my naturopath recommended it. Cheers. Second call is done. It is 11 a.m. so I've had 2 calls so far. The second call was a last minute call with my finance and operations manager, who happens to be my mom. I mean, for right now, she's almost retired, so I've just been enjoying working with her until she retires. But it was really great to go over everything for Q4 and looking at Q1. I feel like I'm always ahead because of the way the fashion cycle and industry is. Like, you have to be planning so far in advance. Like, we're designing 8 to 12 months out, looking at samples and products and honestly everything, that even it feels weird to know that yes, right now is October, but I'm thinking about like February and March. But it was a really great meeting, and it was also nice to see my mom because we're not close. She lives in Canada and I'm in LA, so we haven't seen each other in a couple months, and I don't know when I'll see her next, but we do talk a lot. I'm going to work down my to-do list and my tasks for the day before my next call, which is at noon. I just love listening to podcasts while working, depending on the work, but I think this stuff on my to-do list, I'll share some of my favorites anyway, so you can always join in with me on my little podcast journey. My meetings are done. Just had a lovely meeting with Steph, who does our production and forecasting. So we were going over Black Friday stuff, which is really soon. I'm like, I don't even know what month or day it is. Oh, it's so bright in here. Maybe I should turn that down. Okay, that's better. So yeah, we're going over Black Friday, holiday, all that stuff. It's lovely to chat with her. She has been with Mary Young, oh my gosh, for so long now. She started as an intern when she was in school and stayed on with us contract afterwards, and then she got a job somewhere else, and I missed her dearly, and I was just waiting to bring her back to Mary Young because she's very talented and also just a great person all around. So we had that meeting, and it's 1 p.m. and I get to eat now. I'm so hungry. And now the rest of the afternoon, I actually just get to focus on my work. So I try to time block the remainder of my day when I don't have meetings to actually get shit done, because it's very hard to be productive between meetings. I definitely know that state of flow is so necessary, like to sit down and get into something. I can't do that in 20 or 30 minutes before another meeting that I need to prepare for. So for the afternoon, I get to do my own work. I'm thinking of fixing these nails. Look at these. So I started doing my own Gel X nails. I started doing these Gel X nails myself. Yeah, there you go. So I did these Gel X nails myself 3 weeks ago. They're really grown out. I'm just learning. I will link who I learned everything from. I think her name's Kaylee. I think it's Kaylee. I'll link her YouTube because she gives you the play-by-play truly of how to do your own Gel X nails, and it's saved me a lot of money because getting your nails done in LA is expensive. But before I get into everything else I want to do, lunchtime. Let me show you what I'm going to make today. This is my new go-to for lunches at home, which lunches at home are lunches every day. One whole avocado. Look at that. She's perfect. Okay, so I'm making poached eggs, which this is my secret. Please enjoy this. Actually, my friend Rachel told me this, but it's my secret now. Boil your water, turn it down to just around medium. Add some vinegar. Also, look at this jug of vinegar. This is a great workout jug. Literally just add a splash of vinegar, and then you can drop your eggs in. Ooh. 2 eggs in, and then this is what it's gonna look like when you first put them in. It's gonna be like kind of foamy and weird, but I'll show you when it's done. Drain out all that water. But look at this. This is a whole egg. It's all together. And then put it on your avocado. Egg 2. Look at how beautiful this is. Finishing touch. We want to have red pepper. Sorry, you want red pepper. And then obviously salt and pepper. I always use a little bit of pink salt instead. I just think it like tastes better. I also just like low salt, so, but I've been told I have low sodium, so it's okay. And then pepper. There we go. And some chili flakes. Here it is. Look at that. Such a healthy lunch. I love eggs. I will eat them all the time. Lunch is done. I definitely am feeling like that little like lull, but I really want to focus on getting my tasks done. I'm time blocking them so that I can go to Trader Joe's, go for a nice walk, do my nails. That might be like an evening thing, but I definitely really want to work out. Very small headache. I have some like tension in my neck, so just a small headache, which is very manageable. If you know me, you know I deal with chronic pain between my endometriosis and my migraines, so a day that I feel good is a big win. Okay, I'm finally going to Trader Joe's. This is, I mean, my cute outfit-ish. It's still pretty hot out. I don't have a full-length mirror. Still trying to find one for the house, but just really basic. These are old Zara pants, and I honestly don't know where I got this white tee, but then the new Eden bra, which is literally my favorite. So hopefully I won't be sweating when I'm carrying just a bag of groceries, and I really, really shouldn't be buying a lot. So hopefully it's not a heavy bag. I got apples because they just looked really delicious. I haven't had an apple in a while. And then mushrooms for sauteing with breakfast and maybe on rice. No broccolini, so sad, had to get broccoli. This is a different flavor of Michael's yogurt. He loves the blueberry, but they were sold out, so let's pray he likes strawberry and vanilla. And they had my yogurt back, the organic creamy cashew. I swear by this. Honestly, I don't really like shopping at Trader Joe's. It's overwhelming and hectic, but it is worth it to go get this. So all in all, a pretty good shop. Happy Tuesday. I am exhausted, and I had a meeting at 7, so I already finished my 7 a.m. meeting, which is our team meeting we have every Tuesday, and I realized the sun is now rising at 7. When I sit at my computer, I can see the soft glow of the sun rising. So needless to say, it's been hard to get up. I normally don't mind getting up early, but being on a call and like leading a team call at 7 a.m., I'm not gonna lie, it can be hard, but my team is lovely, and usually we just end up having a lot of good laughs, and we obviously talk about work, but we, you know, chat about our lives and things like that. So it is positive to see them at 7 a.m. and start the day. But I feel like yesterday I was so productive on Monday that today I feel tired from being productive yesterday. I don't know, does anyone else ever feel that way? Like if you're really productive one day, then the next day you just don't have the same momentum or energy. I would love to be productive Monday through Friday and Saturday and Sunday and just like feel that same energy that I assume other people feel. I don't know if it's just like a me thing, but I have a lot of computer work to do today, so I'm going to plug in, get that. As you can see, I didn't do my nails, so I really have to do my nails today. This is my setup for doing my nails. Okay, the downside about doing your nails at home is look at all the things that I guess you don't need. You don't actually need this. If you buy the little kit, it comes with a single one, you'll see. You don't need this tool either. I'll kind of walk you through, but this is all the things that I have set up. Oh yeah, my phone. And this is the beginning. I'm gonna obviously organize the table. I'm just taking a break from work because I did a lot this morning, so now I get to do this. But before, I'm having a little snack. If you haven't had these popcorners, chips, these are literally like one of my favorite snacks. I love popcorn, and the kettle corn, literally just like simple, sweet and salty, very easy, gluten-free, highly recommend. It feels so good to have a shower, finish my nails. So yeah, there they are, finished those. I wanted to do a French tip with the color, but when I glued the Gel X extensions on, I did not do a great job with the glue, so I realized you would be able to see the glue through the clear like part under the tip, so it's a no-go this time. So hopefully next time I'll do a better job. This is only my second time doing Gel X nails, so you know, learning as we go. But it's been great to just like slow down, get off devices. Like I turned off all my notifications while I was doing my nails, turned off my notifications while I was in the shower. I mean, not that I would be able to look at my notifications while I'm in the shower, but just kind of unplugging has been super beneficial for me lately. I don't always have my notifications off. It's something I would love to be able to implement more, but with just so much going on, it's really hard to truly like be unnotified about things. So washed my hair. I just started using a new brand called Ceremonia, and I'm still on the fence if I love it. I have thick hair, like fine hair, but a lot of it, so quite thick, and it's been hard to find shampoo that's clean, eco-friendly, all that stuff, that doesn't leave my hair really heavy and greasy. Like I find like clean shampoo makes my hair greasy. So I'm not gonna say I'm 100% sold yet, because my hair does feel like it gets greasier faster. Normally I don't have to wash my hair like once. I only wash it once a week at this rate. So I have dry skin and a dry scalp, so I don't have the same like greasy thing that happens with hair. I do use dry shampoo. I try to sleep with it in a bonnet, so that helps a little bit too. But I'll let you know if Ceremonia passes the test. If you are a fan of theirs, please let me know in the comments like which products you use and what you like about them, because maybe I just chose the wrong shampoo. It smells phenomenal. Like the smell of it is amazing. I highly recommend that, because honestly, having something in your hair, not only when you're washing it you want it to smell good, but you know it's gonna linger, and you know it's gonna be in your hair longer. So having something that smells clean but not like perfumey is honestly all that I really want. And it's been hard. As I said, it's been hard to find the right thing, but I'm gonna try to look at all this hair. Yeah, I need to get a haircut. When I'm in Toronto, I'm gonna get a haircut, and I cannot wait. I hope that you are taking time this weekend, whenever you're watching this, and take a couple hours, turn on your do not disturb, make sure that you do not get notifications, just unplug and do something that's like self-love for you. maybe that's washing your hair. I know that sounds like that's a normal thing to do. It shouldn't be a self-love thing, but if you do it with the intention of self-love, it feels different. Or do your nails, or work on a puzzle, read a book, whatever it may be, but just do it with the intention of investing care and love back into yourself. Happy Wednesday. I am getting my day started. I'm getting my period soon, and this always happens like a few days before I get my periods. First off, I have endometriosis, so I deal with a lot of cramps and pain, and just periods are not fun, but I get cramps like 3 to 4 days, like really bad before my period. So I was having cramps last night while I was sleeping, and then I also always feel like I'm getting sick. Like my throat gets sore, I get stuffed up, I get swollen. I know that like the swelling has to do with hormone imbalance, but this morning I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, my throat hurts. This happened to me like 2 days ago. I took a COVID test, no COVID. So I just think it has to do with my period coming. We don't have a couch yet, so I can't work from the couch, which would be like really lovely. So I might just do some emails from bed with coffee and a little breakfast, and then get my day started and kind of pick things up from there. I've learned that if I don't listen to my body and what it needs, especially when I'm not feeling well like these days, then it just gets worse, especially once I get my period, because I'm exhausted, I'm in pain, I'm trying to navigate having all of that on top of work and being a normal person. I sometimes feel really guilty being like, oh, well, I'm like working from the couch or working from bed, and that makes me feel lazy, but in reality, it's really just me taking care of myself. I'm gonna have a small breakfast. So the yogurts that I love, the organic cashew. This is what I do when I just need a little something to start the day. First off, it's so good. So I always add in flax seed. My naturopath highly recommends me having flax. It helps with balancing hormones. Beekeeper's Natural, like I love their products, and the bee pollen is one of my favorites. So the flavor is delicious. Also, like I said, when I'm not feeling well, anything honey, propolis, all that stuff is so good. So I just top up the yogurt with that, and now it's like full, and I just mix it together and I eat it. And then that's a snack before I want to have like a real size breakfast. So I'm about to do a workout because I missed yesterday's a few fun moves. I know I said that I was going to try to do every single day this week, so playing catch up already, but today's workout, which is yesterday's workout, is a 28-minute upper body strength workout. So I'm looking forward to that because my upper body is not nearly as strong as my lower body, and I need to just remind myself that my body is still capable even though I'm not feeling my best. So I'm gonna do that, and hopefully that'll get me some good endorphins. Workout's done, and now I'm having a late breakfast, basically lunch. This is one of my favorite meals. I just love eggs, I love feta. I've been getting into mushrooms lately, but I figured we could have lunch together because, I mean, I'm at home alone this week. Michael is working at his office, so he's not always at his office. He goes in just when necessary, like when certain clients are in town and things like that. So this week, every day he's in the office, which I think I already mentioned. I'm like, it's kind of nice to be alone, but then I'm also like, what do I do and who do I talk to all day? So it's really great that I have all of you to talk to. And yeah, I wanted to just like chat about how I've been feeling. I know I mentioned earlier that I sometimes feel guilty when I take it easy and I'm listening to my body, but I definitely feel guilty when I do that because I look around and I'm like, well, everyone else is accomplishing so much, doing so many things. Why am I not going at that same pace or that same speed? So I think that's a thing I've struggled with most of my life, is like I get in my head about what I need versus what I see other people doing, and especially more so the last couple of years with social media becoming so prevalent, the pandemic, working from home, being away from people, being a bit more isolated and insular with like my life and what I think is right for me, but then comparing it to what I just see of other people, because what we see of other people isn't actually true. Like I'm trying to show you what's actually true of my life is sometimes it's working for bed. A lot of times it's not brushing my hair till maybe like 11 a.m. just because I got into work a little bit too quickly and didn't take care of myself first. So I think sometimes we're trained to think that in comparison, which we all know comparison is a thief of joy, but in comparison we're never enough, versus thinking that everyone has good and bad days and we don't get to see everyone's side. And I know we talk about how, you know, Instagram's the highlight reel, like that's been a coined phrase for so long, but we do really need to understand that everyone's only comfortable with sharing so much and only sharing certain aspects of their life and even certain levels of vulnerability. So, you know, I don't think I'm ever going to be the person who's going to cry on a TikTok or Instagram or on a YouTube video. Do I cry a lot? 100%. I just don't also want to have video of me crying. Like, I know what it feels like to be in that position, to have a meltdown and to share what I'm going through. And I think, you know, reflecting on it, and if I get emotional about reflecting something I've gone through and I cry, then great. That's totally fine. But I also think it's important to not capture every moment to showcase. I think there's really, really high highs that maybe you don't want to share with everyone. You do want that a little bit more for yourself. It's about what's finding, you know, what's right for you. But for me, a big part of it is just breaking down the stigma of what a normal life or a normal day looks like for everyone, because there is really no normal, but there are moments that we all have that are similar and relatable. And I definitely have felt this as an entrepreneur. People always, you know, ask me what a normal day is and what I do in a day and all these different things. And the reality is every day is different. As you've seen this week, every day truly is different. My mood is different. My energy levels are different. How my body's physically feeling and emotionally feeling changes what I do in a day, because I am really trying to tune into myself and listen to myself instead of ignore it. And I've done a lot of the ignoring for most of my life in terms of like my physical health and just pushing through. You can watch my TED Talk on my chronic pain and migraines. So I did talk about having to navigate that while being in post-secondary school, studying, having jobs, interning, things like that. So I definitely know all about pushing through, and I'm now the ripe age of 31, and a lot of that pushing through has definitely caught up with me. And I'm really thankful to be at a place where I can look at myself and really understand what I need in that moment. That doesn't mean I don't feel guilty. As I said, I do feel guilty sometimes when I'm giving myself what I need. And it's being okay with that and being able to talk to myself and reflect on why I'm feeling guilty. And a lot of it, again, comes back to comparison, to societal standards or pressures of being productive or being enough. Especially as a woman, I think there's a lot more pressure on women in terms of if you're a woman in business versus a man in business. Obviously I'm biased because I'm a woman, and that may not be accurate, but I definitely feel that as a woman in business, I feel like I'm always trying to go you know, a couple levels ahead to really prove that I'm doing enough and that I've worked hard enough and all these things. But every day is going to look different. Some days you're going to feel great, some days you're not going to feel great. And if it's one of those days you're not feeling your best, listen to your body, give it what it needs, and then know that tomorrow's a new day. So let's see what tomorrow has to bring, and hopefully my cramps aren't too bad. Okay, so the cramps are coming in hot and heavy, which is not fun. So I'm gonna make a matcha because I already had my morning coffee. I got this new matcha from a lovely friend who sent me a gift. Thank you, Leah. He's literally opening it for the first time, so you know it's fresh. I swear by like proper ceremonial grade matcha. So I always start with 2 little spoonfuls of matcha, and then you whisk it up. I don't put it through the little, is it called like a sieve? I don't really need to do that. I can whisk it and then I get it all broken down. Since I put cold water in, I feel like I always have to whisk it a bit more because the hot water helps it separate, but cold works. And then that way you don't have like that like lukewarmy kind of iced matcha until the ice actually cools it down. So I have my little matcha container. I've been making matcha and drinking matcha for so long. I quit coffee in 2016, I think, 2016 or 2017, for honestly until like 2020. I did not start drinking coffee again until 2020. and I love coffee. I've always loved coffee, but I couldn't really handle it for a while. I was like, actually, I became intolerant to caffeine, and the type of caffeine that's in coffee is different than what's in matcha, and my liver could not process it, and I was getting sinus headaches, fluid buildup in my sinus cavities, in my ears, and I was so unwell. And literally 2 weeks after cutting out coffee, I was fine. I felt good. All my doctors couldn't figure anything out, but my naturopath figured it out. I even had a CAT scan to figure out what was going on with my sinuses and my ears. There was nothing, but my naturopath, he knew what I needed. Look at that beautiful color. See, that's the color it should be before you put milk in it. It needs to be bright, and this is what you get when you have like actual matcha, like ceremonial grade. And then I have my frothed milk, which is cold froth. Pour it in, and then look, the frothing on top. Look at how beautiful this is. Okay, that's amazing. You know what? Because I'm not feeling good today, because of my cramps, I'm gonna add a little agave syrup. Normally I wouldn't. I actually just bought this because where I buy my matcha out puts agave syrup in it, and I'm like, this shit is so good. So I bought some organic agave. So I feel like that's like, it's like putting, I guess, maple syrup, or I mean, obviously agave, it's organic, it's natural. Okay, so let me show you. Let's hopefully just do, there we go. Like, honestly, I don't want much. I just want a little sweetness. But the thing with agave syrup, maple syrup, like any of the natural sweeteners, I find they sweeten so well. I'm going to drink this, get my hot water bottle, and then go work in bed, because this is the life of cramps. Like, sitting is just, it's painful. I'll get into my endometriosis in another video. I'll go through the whole story and what it actually entails and what it means for my daily life and how I've navigated it. But for now, the matcha will get me through, and my hot water bottle, which is like my best friend for at least 10 to 15 days of the month. So yeah. I just realized this is probably the least exciting week in my life, so I'm sorry that this is how I have started showing you a week of my life, because I have cramps again. I was doing okay this morning, and then they just like came back with a vengeance. Like, I don't know if anyone else feels that way. If you do, you're not alone. And I was barely able to walk or move. So I took my cramp painkillers, and I've been trying to push through. I've been editing a podcast. We have a really exciting new episode coming out. I mean, we have new episodes every week, so biased, but every week a new episode is great. So that's really what I've been up to today. And then the other reason I realized this is not that exciting for you is, since Michael is at work, he's at the office every day with our car, I'm basically trapped at home, because LA, you really can only walk so many places. And to be honest, the places that I can walk to, I would just be buying a matcha, and I'm just trying to make matcha at home and not buy as many matchas. I mean, I hope you stick around for more week of my life, because I promise you I will bring you better content. Basketball season is back, so obviously I'm going to be talking about basketball. Anything you want to know, you can just let me know in the comments, because I am really wanting to build this community so I feel closer to all of you. Also pray for me, my cramps. I would just genuinely appreciate that. We had a lovely day of just relaxing. It was nice. We went for a jog. We did. That was our fun activity for the day, and it was a very casual weekend, which was actually really refreshing for us. And sirens. It was nice to hang out, because as you know, Michael was at the office all week, so I finally got to spend all day with him. His favorite thing to do. My favorite thing to do. And we're having a cute little date afternoon. I think it's become our weekend ritual to do a little bit of a date, but we went to the Grove, went shopping, got some new running shoes, because Michael is becoming a runner, believe it or not. I am trying to get back into running. So we're doing it together, which is lovely. And we're gonna go say hi to some friends, maybe go out for a drink, and just enjoy the last bit of our time together before we get back into work this week. So
Thanks for watching this week's vlog. Subscribe if you want to know more about what we're doing. And by we, mostly me. And definitely stay in the loop of what's going on. Follow on Instagram and TikTok and let me know what you want to see and what you want to hear. Bye!